Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Stationeers Venus, episode 38, which originally aired live on Twitch. Put the window back? I will. Alright, you! Going to buy my garbage. He paid for the trays, 500. It's not terrible. Could be worse. Definitely could have fleeced me. I mean, I would have sold it to him at any cost, so... You know. He benefited, I guess. Or I benefited. Build the greenhouse towards solar, you meant? Yeah, I could actually build it out this way. Because our greenhouse isn't going to need direct... Yeah, I'll build it out that way. So the greenhouse isn't going to need direct sunlight. Because... Whoa, my batteries are sad. Because, yeah, these are trying to charge back up. Here, let me turn stuff off that I don't need on. Just, I don't think this is going to conserve much power. But it will conserve a little. I'm not going to be down here for a bit, so I'm just leaving the pressure regulators on and walking away. Boop. Yeah, we'll build it out that direction. So the first thing I want to do is to recover all of the water pipes, which some I believe are behind this wall. Sure enough, they are. So where is it highest? Is this the last? Yeah, this is the last one. Nope, that wasn't the last one. Oh, stairs. Okay, let's get rid of the stairs as well. Hey, random rice. I'll eat it. Nothing like eating raw rice, right? Alright, so I believe that was the last remnant of that liquid pipe. Okay. So we're good there. These pipes I'm just going to drop out for now, and let's put everything back. So that's back in. Oh, right. The stairs are really, really fussy about support. What are my main priorities? Well, they're written up there, so you could, you know, you just read them. I know that sounds rude, but I'm working on what people vote on. Alright, stair kit. Why are you still complaining? There we go. So fussy those stairs are. Alright, putting everything back. So everything's back the way it was, which is good. So now, if we're doing a connection from, let's say, this here, I want a fun sky bridge, right? I'm gonna have a fun sky bridge. So one of the things we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to run our water up to this location. But what I'm gonna want to do here is to not embed it in the walls, because that was annoying. So I'm gonna share space with it. It's going to float like inside my sky bridge, like that, and it's gonna run out that way. For better or for worse, that's how I'm gonna design it, because then it gives me accessible piping, and also the pipes won't be embedded in anything, and therefore not run the risk of bugging out, because I don't want buggy pipes. So the pipe will connect from here, and this will go down to my first floor. Exposed plumbing, in other words. Make sure I can get my, all right, I can get my head clear underneath this, so there's not any issue of me head bumping. Good. Oops, I didn't mean to break them down in order so water is not lost. All right, so that part's done. This, of course, if done correctly, will read that it has water in it, which it does. It's pure water. No surprise there. That's how it was intended. So now I'm going to need a lot of wall kits. And also, I'm going to want one hydroponic tray thingy. Portable. Oh, you know, I'm going to need the pipe ender mod. Which means I'm going to need to make Constantine, because that's going to be required. So Constantine is a mix of a 50-50 mix of copper nickel at 20 MPa and 727 Celsius at least. So for that, I have 50 nickel. No, I have 82 nickel. The Twitch link in Discord is broke. I'll have to fix that. So, yeah, let's work on Constantine first, as part of the order of operations. So, let's see. Let's do a batch of 100 nickel, 100 copper for Constantine. Yeah, that's what I'll want. So, how hot is it outside? It's heating up. Oh, am I on Stationeers difficulty? No, I'm on normal. Oh, my thirst and hunger rate is borked, because I was doing testing. My bad. Not that I think it would have significantly impacted me at all, but yeah, let's get that back to normal. Another thing I might want to do is to run the base heavy watt cable out to the farm as well. Also exposed for, you know, despite it being ugly, it will be functional. So let's grab the gold out of here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to APC and transform it at the end of its run. So that it can't have power interruptions, and it's fed by a base battery. So we're also going to want a base battery for it. One of these giant kit batteries. Which means, yeah, expanding the power grid at some point would be a wise idea. So the closest cable to that is somewhere around here. It would be here, I believe. This cable is where we're going to want to splice into. So this cable is, and I can prove it, or rather I should double check, not prove it so much. This is the cable that runs out to all the solar. So as you can see, it's generating 12 kilowatts actual. This is the same network. So this is, of course, 44 devices, 12 kilowatts, 44 devices, 12 kilowatts, 44 devices, 12 kilowatts. So that's the same network all around, right? So this is where I'm going to want to splice in and run the cable up here. As ugly as that is, it's just the way it's going to be. So the cable comes up from, let's say, this spot, up. And what I'm trying to do here, both for my benefit and for yours, is to expose as much of the cabling as possible so that A, I can maintain it very easily in case of burnouts or expansions, and B, if anything was to ever happen to it, let's say, you know, burning out and that kind of thing, it would be very, very easy to fix. I'm going to run the power up at this level. Because ugly, but functional is where my head's at. So we'll have power and water running to our farm. Like that. And then if I ever need to move it again, I can always move it again. Nom 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 nom. Alright, one more. And we're good. Alright, so now the farm will have power. We'll have the main line power too. Alright, back to Constantine. Lest we forget. Oh, we should also turn off the traders. In fact, due to our, I wouldn't say power shortage, because we're not really at like dire risk or anything, but it wouldn't hurt to turn everything off. Also, what are we missing? CO2? Yeah. Alright, before I leave the base, I do want the base to have all the filters it needs for pressure, so. It does mean that I'm going to need to add a CO2 filter, and then pull in external air to feed. And given that my suit's filters are all cooked up too, we'll grab them. All right. This silly little light round has never been plugged in. All right, I'll leave the power cables and the pipes there and the frames. I don't know if we're gonna make a farm with frames, but let's, now that it is getting cooler out. Yep, it's getting cooler. Let's go for Constantine. So I have 80, what is it, 82 or 83 nickel? So I'm gonna want about 20 nickel and about 100 copper. That's gonna be what I'm gonna look for in order to make the Constantine for the printer mods. And the Constantine is gonna also unlock the tool mod and a bunch of other recipes that have been locked since. Locked as a result of me not having the materials. And this will be a, the wasp alloy is pretty straightforward, but this will be a good test of our advanced furnace. Because Constantine and Invar is a little trickier than Electrum, solder, you know. Constantine and Invar requires hotter temperatures and specific pressure. Well, Invar is more about specific pressures, but Constantine is hotter temperatures. And on a non-chemistry furnace, that could be a little tricky. Oh, good. My mining drill's out of batteries. I stole my tablet's batteries. Now, just because I'm after copper doesn't mean that gold and other stuff like that doesn't have value to me. You know, I might do even a larger of a batch of Constantine, just so I don't have to redo it. So I'll get 200 and 200. Mostly because I am just not excited about having to make multiple batches. The advanced furnace that I have built isn't like super automated. It's very manual, but it gives you the controls to control it manually. You know, and it has some displays like the hash monitor and all that. But you know, it's one of these situations where it'd be best if I didn't have to just keep changing the pressures and temperatures to make small batches. It's the advanced furnace I built is best for massive batch, doing it just a few times. Did I turn on my beacon? No, I have not. It wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to get a weather station up and for me to predict storms. I wouldn't mind a storm because it would help top up my batteries, because the wind turbines would, you know, spin, and that'd be awesome. Oops. So I almost have 200 copper, and then we're going to look for nickel next. The wind turbines, I am not using any mods, so the wind turbines are default game. There's, the wind turbines aren't necessarily going to be useful on all the planets. There's actually just a few planets that have good wind. Venus has the best wind because it is the most pressurized. So, Mars, for instance, wind turbines won't even spin unless you have a storm because the pressure is too low. So, yeah, Venus wind is awesome. But on other moons and, you know, not so much. So there we go. We have 200 copper. Let's go for 200 nickel. I have about 80, so we want about a 120 nickel. And I'm gonna have to dim my own lights so I can see. Wow. I am wandering a little bit far away from the base without having turned on my... Actually, I do have my tracker on. So let's go back and turn on the beacon. Oh, as you can see, the wind is spinning. That isn't necessarily an indication that a storm is coming, but without a weather station, I have no idea when storms are coming. I can't know. A pet Yoda? Hey, buddy. Yeah, what's going on out there? Ooh, water. Well, that's not what I'm after. And all I find is copper. And then this giant crater that I've mined out. Yeah, I would say there's a small possibility that when I run out of content... Oh, here's some... that I go into the IC logic with the expectation that I will not explain a single anything to y'all. Just like, here's the code I'm using. Copy, paste. Because I don't know MIPS well enough to teach it. And I don't want questions about MIPS, essentially. But until I reach that point where there's still stuff left to do. Okay, that was just a single thing of nickel. Lame. Too bad you can't have, like, more powerful flashlight. I guess once I get the Constantine, I might be eligible for the mining lenses. I forget the materials for mining lenses, but that could be a thing. And in case of storm, let's put the tracker in. Oh, except for I've removed the batteries from my my tablet, so here's lead. So if I do get a storm, I'm gonna have to fiddle around with batteries. Oh, here we go. This is a big thing of nickel. Yeah, a portable light on your uniform is a pretty good way to illuminate. That's true. I used to do that. Right, so here's my 200, and I need about 120 nickel in order to make that batch I'm talking about. Yeah, I'll crank out a portable light once I'm back, just to help out. Alternatively, not that it would be, it's a bit of a hack, but you could also raise your gamma of your monitor. Alright, so the last of my nickel, maybe one more. That should put me into the Constantine range. So I'm trying to find one more piece of the node so I can expose it so I know that there's nickel here in the future, but it's possible that I have the mining lenses and I don't need to do that method of tracking back. Okay. Gonna have to remember to switch the batteries out. All right. So we have everything for Constantine. Now it's just getting the furnace up to the correct pressure and temperature, which is a little tough. So Constantine is between 20 and 100 MPa and 727 temperature, which shouldn't be too bad, because we're close to that. Hey, girl. She's like a cat. We'll have to find out and see. Also, I'm going to turn on the Atmos sipping because we needed a little bit of CO2. So the batteries down here have recovered a bit. Oh, right, this isn't on. All right, copper. That's all my copper that I need for it. And here's all the nickel. And obviously it's not going to do anything just yet because it's not the right temperature or pressure to actually make Constantine, but I'm just priming the furnace. Oh, and it's daytime, so turn that off. How much CO2 did I manage to get? A whole bunch. And there's still CO2 left to be pulled. Yeah, but my nitro filter's dead, so we're not even... Actually, let's turn off that nitro filter, this thing, so that we can actually sip some nitrogen as well. Yeah, the basement that I have here is as deep as it could go. And also the mining battery. Thanks, Lucid. I appreciate it. I would have forgotten. Alright, so tablet battery. And mining battery. Hey, Voneth. Thanks for the resub. Yeah, my pleasure. Come on, battery. There it is. While I'm here, I might as well charge up everything. Labelers and the like. Make sure that all of my my peripherals have charge. Because you never know when your suit's gonna run out of battery and you need to like pull from your, you know, from tools and whatnot. And you gifted out 5 subs. Thanks, Vaneth. Ooh. There we go. All right, all my tools now are fully charged. Okay, so 200 copper, 200 nickel. That's what we want. We're gonna want this to first heat up a bit. I hope I have the power to do this. So this needs to reach 727, which is a little hotter than... we got it just hovering around 727. But, yeah. It's going to be a little... It's going to be a while, right? Alright, so we'll leave that on for a bit. What else can I productively do? I can... How necessary are these wires? They're not. Okay. Where's the... Okay, there it is. So just, yeah, stripping stripping the wires and getting all the materials back. Sort of breaking everything down. So some of this stuff I can reuse, like the logic reader or I/O, the button. I'm sure I'll be able to reuse. The chute, inlet, outlet. They see me rolling. Yeah, is this make you pucker a little bit? Because I've got a thin wall between me and, you know, what if I went like this? That help? More puckering? Here, does this make it worse? Oh, I didn't have wires there. Here's to me. Putting it back. It's back. Alright. Well, there's some of the pieces, of course, outside that I can't reach, but the inside is good. The temperature here has not climbed very much. What's the temperature outside? Oh, it's cool outside. What time of day is it? Is it warming up? Nope, it's cooling off. Okay. So the hash monitor, as you can see, does not have the hash for what we're looking for. We will need to raise this up to 20 MPa once it reaches temp, but it's not going to reach temp for a while. The worry here is, am I even going to have enough power to get this up to temp? Yeah. Not with my wind turbine spinning like that. That's for sure. Let's see about power demand and power usage. And that would be my Atmo analyzer. And that would be my tracker. So, yeah, we're using we're using a lot of power. If you want to see how much power we're using down here, right, we are actually using about 17 kilowatts. So it would be good to generate, on average, 17 kilowatts. And right now we're generating 7, so we're in a 10 kilowatt deficit, which means, you know, things are going to be tough to keep powered on. Now there is there's megawatts of power being stored in these batteries here, but they will run dry eventually. Right? They're in deficit too. Now the temperatures are climbing, so I think what I'm going to need to do is so there's a few different options, but here's the fundamental. Should I work on adding more power? Because it's going to be tough for me to continue without more power. We're sort of relying on Constantine at this point. So if I am to add more power, there's a few different methods. One, I could make a whole bunch more large wind turbines. And then what I could do is put the large wind turbines behind a large transformer, like this one, so that during storms, I don't blow out. That's probably what I would do, is have a rather large wind farm. So if you take a look at the wind turbine here, it's 20 steel, 5 electrum. The smaller ones are cheaper, but probably not worth it. And if that's steel and electrum, how much steel do I have? I have enough steel to make 8 right now. And I think I have the electrum too. Let me check. Oh yeah, I've passed the electrum bar with flying colors. All right, I could make up to 8 large wind turbines. And then before I even do that, I would want a large transformer to limit the power. Now, ideally, I would want a large transformer before... Well, I'll show you where I'd put it. So I'd want a large transformer running where all of the power combines. So let's do that now. Also, do we have 2 and 4? Okay, I have enough nitrogen and carbon dioxide to make base air, so I don't need to run the filters. Okay, let's get this, let's work a little bit on our power grid because it's lacking. What's uranium used for right now? Is used to make X gas. Hi, Tusk. Come here. If you're right here, I can catch you easier. Ew, don't lick my palm. Come on. There we go. Space dog. All right, so if we jetpack up here, you'll see all the power that I generate is eventually put right here. Right literally in this spot. So, let's trim some cables. Stick a power transformer in this spot. And I have my labeler, right? Yeah. I'm just gonna type a lot of numbers because it will eventually, it maxes out. And there we go. Why does that not look on to me? Input. Why does it look off? No, it's... Okay, now it's on. You called a bug? Yeah. Why am I making so little power? Yeah, because there's no wind right now. All right. Well, that's a bummer, but not one that we're unfamiliar with. So let's make a bit of a wind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's make a bit of a wind farm. For those that are experienced in this game, I have a quick question for you. And the question is, of course, will that transformer stop me from blowing out cables during a big storm? Or do I need to do... Yeah. If I put a bunch of wind turbines on the back of that, I believe it will stop me from blowing out during a big storm. But... trust but verify, right? And Waffle Fortress, thanks to the reset. Okay, so turbines. TURB, wind turbine. These are the full size, and we're gonna want 6 of them. Yep, and then. Sheets. All right, so I have iron frames, and I'm going to be laying on iron frames. How deep? I'll be out there in a second. check furnace before I go back out? Will do. I'm gonna need more heavy cables than this, though, too. 1, 2, 3. Oh, bunch of dead batteries. But we're about 100 degrees hotter than we were before. I'm just gonna leave it cranking. Caution to the wind. Brown end if I need to. There's 4. Oh, also the wind turbines here. The hydroponics is... There's just a lot else required before I get it done. So these require 5 sheets and 5 cable coils. So I'm going to need steel sheets. Which my steel conveniently is in here. So after this last one, we'll eject the steel and make the sheets. Yeah, everything is a prerequisite for everything else. So the new hydroponics prerequisites is Constantine, prerequisites is more power. Which is why everything is, you know, gonna take a minute. All right, so put the copper and gold back in because I'm gonna want heavy cables. Oh, you in there, and then the electrum I'll put back in too. The steel put in here, and I'm gonna need 6 times. I'm gonna need 30 steel sheets because it's 5 per turbine, 6 turbines. I think the math is easy. What is that? 4th grade math, maybe? How am I doing on food? Oh, I've got a mountain of food. I am not worried about food at all. Now, probably also need to do a new run of steel as well down here at some point. Which I think right now is actually the correct temperature and pressure for steel. It almost would be worth me just ejecting the Constantine remats to make steel. Steel, of course, is... what is it? Is 3 iron to 1 coal, and it requires 627 Celsius, and it's not fussy about pressure. And I think, what, we're at 627? Yeah, we're at 665, so I could make steel on that that furnace right now as it is. Because I'm running myself out of steel right now. But I'm going to focus on just one thing at a time. We'll get the new turbines up. And then maybe we make a batch of steel. Because without the new turbines, we're going to brown out. But yeah, in terms of food, I have enough to probably last me the next real life, like 20 hours. Just because I can make French fries, baked potatoes, milk, you know. I'm not worried about food at all. Mild steel. Speaking of steel, thanks for the follow. So the concept I have for the power here is just to have turbines like here. So we have like a proper wind farm. I don't know how wide I need to make these, so we'll figure that out in a second. If I can have them be 1 wide. But that way it borrows cabling, and I don't need to run so many cables, but we'll see. We'll see if that's doable. So here's my turbines. Yeah, that works. So these turbines are going to be extra cheap to make. If I'm ever going to add more turbines, which I'm sure I'm going to do, it will be a little bit more expensive, because then I can't just tap into the same power network. Or I can, but, you know, I'll have to use more cables. All right, now wire cutters and cable coils. Oh, I am short 2 cables. But I'll trim them from the arc furnace setup. So I don't have to go inside. I should... Oh, so this beacon here is unpowered. Unpowerable, rather, because we cut the power out here. So I'm going to have to move that beacon at some point. Okay. I'll trim the rest later. It's, I think, more important that I get these constructed. All right, and then the whoa, look at it spin, too. Right now, it's like peak power. So let's tap into this as fast as I can. All right, so finishing this off. Listen to that whooshing. Make sure I don't chop my head off. Oh my god, there's like a current of air. When I was jetpacking, I was being pushed around like ragdoll. That was not fun. Alright, let's hope for a storm soon, huh? I don't think storms can capture today, but... Alright, so there we go. Now we have all those new wind turbines, and if I take out my tablet, as you can see, we are generating more power from all the wind turbines. Solar is at a minimum right now because it's just cresting, but we could always add more power. One of the other things I said is I want to do a run of steel because we ran out. So let's get that going. Because I could also add in another 6 wind turbines too. And that way we are really we're steeled for the future. I'm gonna need to go back inside for the Constantine soon though, but I'm sure the temperature is gonna send me inside before that. Yeah, I should have 2 transformers to get up to 100. So I'll make another transformer to allow for 100 watts to be passed through. That is a good point. Because during a storm, I could easily produce 100 kilowatts, but that transformers only allow 50 of it to be sent. And there is no large, transformer to do 100 watts yet. All right, so I'm looking to get 300 iron real quick. And we'll do, depending on the temperature of the furnace, I might just have it crank the Constantine, or I might have to do an interim realm of steel. But I am cooking myself out here, aren't I? Luckily, iron mines up real quick, so I already have half the amount of iron that I need. It's pretty quick. So I have 2... okay. Fill this last stack and I'm good. I love mining on Venus and Vulcan. There's just ores everywhere. And I'm full. Whee! Yeah, the air is very, very hot. Luckily, I'm not melting. Well, you know, my taste buds say otherwise. My guy's thirsty. But I'm alive. Yeah, getting a better mining belt would be really, really nice. You're not wrong. I, again, need Constantine for that. I would need the mod for the tool production. So Constantine has been Constantine and Invar are both, you know, sort of the hurdles to nicer things. All right, let's take a quick look at power generation. 14 kilowatts. Nice. Down here, oh yeah. Having a bit of a brownout. So Constantine is 727. What is this at? The tank is at higher than that, but wait, shouldn't pressure. Yeah, so here we go. Output to 0. Input. Get this pressurized, get this up to pressure, and let's make some Constantine. So we're at the temperature that we need for Constantine, we're just not at the pressure. So we're pressurizing it now. And that's very, very fast to do, as you can see. In fact, I should slow it down. No. Caution to the wind. Constantine, done. There's my Constantine. All right, depressurizing it now. And let's put this away. I have all the stuff for steel, right? So let's do steel. Oh, not on. How's my power doing? Well, these batteries are filling back up, but I think the power sucks. You know, we browned out down here. 100% browned out. All right, let's get some flow. It got cold. So for steel, I need to bring it up to 627, which should be pretty easy. Oh, maybe. All right, it's almost all processing. Bye, Tusky. Done. Pull the mold. And here's 400 grams of steel. Power off. Walking away. Oh, I love this thing, though. I mean, it's janky. It's janky, but ooh, it's fun. Just make whatever I want, right? All right. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Cool. Let's grab the Constantine. Oh. Null exception. Oh, that's solder. Here's my Constantine. And this is like cresting mid-game, I would say. All right, so we want mods. We want the pipe bender mod. And then we're also going to want the, you know what? Furnace, just make a little gold here. Might as well. All right, I'm turning off. No, I'm not going to turn off everything. I'll just turn off the monitors. I should have a power controller to, like, power everything down. Except for the back pressures. To save power. But at some point, like, my power won't be of concern. I'll have enough power generation that I won't have to eke out. All right, so here's the electronic printer mod that's coming out. Nitrogen is low, and carbon dioxide is fine. All right, CO2 filter, you're coming out with me. I'll put you there. You know, I'm going to stick it in the mic. Oh, I can't. Oh. Plop. All right, so here is the pipe bender mod that I wanted. So let's... Oh, you know what? My cooler is dead. Cool. There it is, the pipe bender. And the reason we wanted this is so that I could make whoa. What is it called? The hydroponics. Auto. Hey, it's a storm. I know what you all want to see. $50 kilowatts. I've maxed out. Unfortunately. But it should get everything nice and charged up. In fact, well, I don't really have the reagents for Invar, but yeah, if you look at these batteries down here, they're charging up too. Everything's gonna charge up. Thank you, Storm. Oh, that's so much power. It's just a stupid amount of power. All right, so we're down here. Let's see. Sort through here. So here's the hydroponic trays. I don't even see it. Oh, the glasses and chips? Sure. So for the glasses here, I forget what they're called, but tool printer mod, let's print that up. Hey, Trist. Cybot, thanks for the sub. And the resub of Orange Chaos. Cheers, guys. Yeah, I'm making the tool printer mod now. Oh yeah, look at all these batteries. Charging right back up. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to have browned out, invested in wind, and then got a windstorm. So the windstorm is now over. There'd be a pretty good reason for me to put in another transformer, because we lost power there. Well, we didn't lose power, but we lost maximum power generation there as a result of not having two transformers, because the heavy watt cables here can handle more power than what was allowed through. But oh well. You've been watching Stationeers Venus, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Keep in mind that the Twitch series is far ahead of the YouTube series. If you'd like to catch a live stream, Rhadamant.com has all the information you need to catch one. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.